Hello. I wanted to come to you today with 12 tips to being a successful Mary Kay consultant and making money every week. I got these from my Mary Kay mama, Lindsay Stewart, future national sales director, Lindsay Stewart. And I wanted to review these with you today. Whether you're a brand new consultant or a seasoned consultant, these are great reminders and just the best tips for how to become a successful Mary Kay business owner. Okay, so number one is work harder on yourself than anything else. This is something I didn't expect when I signed up for Mary Kay. I didn't know it was going to be the best self-help course I could ever have, but it's true. I told my husband a couple weeks ago, take away all the money, the diamonds, the free car, and all of that, and I would do Mary Kay all over again. I've been in it for about 4 years now, just because I'm a better person because of it. But you have to work at that. It doesn't just happen. But for you to grow your business can only be as good as you are. You're the denominator. You're the business owner. That you're the ceiling to your own company. So if you want to grow your business, you've got to grow. Okay. So running a business isn't always easy, and it's not an outside job. It's an inside job. You have to be confident. You have to be consistent, and you have to be consistently motivated to work, to do the work, even if you don't feel like it. And that takes self-discipline. Motivation can happen when you get inspired, or you're at an event, or you watch a great video. You can get motivated, but really to be successful, you have to learn the art of self-motivation. Being able to motivate yourself. And a lot of this comes back to your why. Why are you even doing this, right? You have to be crystal clear on why you want to achieve what you want to achieve in your business. More than just the success. You have to dig deep into really why do you want that? And then when things get hard, you can motivate yourself by coming back to your why. Motivation, it's like showering. It doesn't last, and you have to do it daily. So your thoughts will change your outcome. Okay. So you have to control your mind. So tip number one is work harder on yourself than anything else. Tip number two is actually work. Some people sign up for Mary Kay and they never do anything, and then they just say, Mary Kay just didn't work. Well, here's the deal. Maybe they didn't work for it. I promise you, if you put in the work, Mary Kay works. It's kind of like a gym membership. Just because you join the gym does not mean you lose 20 pounds, but it definitely opens up the opportunity for you to, but you have to put in the work, right? Same thing with Mary Kay, y'all. You got to put in the work. Success is disguised in overalls and sweat because it takes dirty, hard work for success. So I promise you, if you work, this business works 100% of the time. So tip number two, actually work. Tip number three, be yourself. Be yourself, y'all. You're your own brand. Mary Kay has a brand and it is beautiful, but you have to create your own brand. Mary Kay with Lisa Kimbrough, or Mary Kay with whoever you are. You got to create your own brand. Be genuine. You don't have to be the salesperson. That's great. We don't need more salespeople, right? Just be you. Care for women. We need consultants just like you, okay? So be you unapologetically. Tip number four, know your role, okay? This is about studying up on your job, okay? What does it look like to be a successful Mary Kay consultant? You got to take all the classes, watch all the videos, read all the product fact sheets, y'all. And a lot of this is available to you on Mary Kay in Touch, y'all. Go to Mary Kay University, watch all of those modules. There's a color confident program and a skincare confident program. They're little educational programs in Mary Kay that you can like graduate from, and just be educated. Study up. This is your profession, right? So make sure you're studied up and know your role, okay? Plug in and watch all the trainings and make sure you're good with what you're going to be doing. Everything we do in Mary Kay is a skill, which is good news. It means you can learn it. So go learn it. Go be a student and know your role. Okay. Tip number five, jump. Don't wait for everything to line up Don't wait for the perfect timing. Don't wait until you know all the information to dive in. Okay. A lot of times you just have to figure it out as you go. Okay. I've done this. I've totally done a facial before and gotten all the steps backwards, right? I had them put on the moisturizer as the cleanser, and then they put on the cleanser as the moisturizer, and it got all foamy on their face. And I was like, oh, that's wrong. Wipe that off. I once put on moisturizer on their face thinking it was their face mask. And we sat with moisturizer on our face for 20 minutes and then wiped it off, and their skin felt no different. And I finally realized I had put on not the face mask, but just a moisturizer, right? Things will mess up, but it's how you learn. So jump in. You've got to put in the work, okay? You can do all the learning and watch all the training modules and all of that stuff, but until you actually put on your work boots and go and actually just do it and risk feeling silly and not knowing what you're talking about, you're never really going to get experience. The only way you get experience is to start with no experience. So go jump in, okay? And guess what? As you make all these mistakes, women are full of grace. They don't care. I still made like a lot of money on that party that we did the moisturizer instead of face mask. I sold it for $400 that party. Okay. So you can still make money while you learn, but you just got to be willing to jump in. Okay. Tip number 6, believe in yourself. Did you know that not everyone will believe in you? You might have some people that don't really understand what you're doing, y'all. They don't get it, and they might criticize you. So you just have to let that go in one ear and out the other and believe in yourself, because guess what? You're the one that's going to be living with your future self, not them. Not them. They're not having to pay their bills with Mary Kay. You are. They're not getting to go on vacation with Mary Kay. You are. So don't care what they think. Don't listen to them. Find your cheerleaders and cling to them and believe in yourself, and let the rest wash over your back. You'll prove them wrong, but only if you don't dwell on that, right? I had someone tell me today that if you're not being criticized, you're not really being a leader. Leaders get criticized sometimes. So it's okay if that happens to you. Okay. My director, Lindsay, says, don't share your 16 by 20 dreams with an 8 by 5 understanding. So don't share your huge dreams with people that just have small understanding, because they won't get it. Okay. So believe in yourself and just walk your course. Do your thing. Okay. Tip number 7, present yourself well always. If you are negative 24/7, no one will want to be around you, and especially not want to book with you. I say all the time, you can do everything wrong with a good attitude and still succeed. Or you can do everything right with a bad attitude and still fail. Okay. It's more about how you present yourself. Are you showing up with your game face on? Okay. I'm not saying you have to have perfect makeup, but I'm saying you need to try. When I joined Mary Kay, I did not know how to put on makeup, but my recruiter taught me how to do a quick 5-minute dash out the door look. And that was my jam. But I tried, and I've grown and I've learned things. But the point is just to work on yourself so that you can feel confident and present yourself well. And really, more than image, it's more about your attitude, your energy, and your heart when you show up. So show up well all the time, because you never know who's watching. Okay. Now, do I go to the grocery store in leggings and my hair up in a messy bun sometimes? Yes, I do. But guess what? I inevitably run into a customer, and I wish I looked a little bit more presentable. So just show up well, knowing that you are your brand, right? You are your business. So when you go out and you're meeting people, first, you cannot erase a first impression. So if you're going to give a lady a card and talk to her about your business, what you look like is going to be how she views your business. So how do you want people to view your business? Do you want to feel sharp, professional? What is your brand? We want you to show up like you. You don't have to look just like me or just like Mary Kay or just like the other sales directors, but you do need to look how you want your business presented. Okay? So present yourself well always. Tip number 8, know your goal. I'm sure you've heard the saying, if you aim at nothing, you'll hit it every time. So even if you don't have big aspirations in Mary Kay, that's okay, but you got to have some goal. Because if you don't have any goal, you won't get anywhere, and then you'll say Mary Kay didn't work, okay? Because it does work, but you have to know where you're going. It's like hopping in a taxi cab and just saying, like, I don't know, I'll see where I go. Just like take me somewhere, we'll see if it's where I want to go. It probably won't be where you want to go. You have to get up at some sort of direction, right? So pick a daily a weekly, a monthly, and a yearly goal. Break it down. Where do you want to be in a year? Okay, well, to get there, what do you have to do every month? Okay, to accomplish that in a month, what do you need to do every week of that month? Okay, so to accomplish this in the week, what do you need to do every day? How do you eat an elephant, y'all? One bite at a time. You can eat an elephant one bite at a time, but you have to have a goal and you have to know it. Not just like set it on January 1st and forget about it, but know it. So write your goal down every single day. Have a journal and just every day rewrite your goal. Okay, visualize that goal and keep it in front of you. So that's tip number 8, know your goal. Tip number 9, don't allow distractions. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. We all do. But we get to choose what we do with those 24 hours. Okay. So minimize your distractions. A lot of people, miss out on great opportunities because they just say they're too busy. But really the thing is they probably have a lot more time than they think. They just might be filling it with scrolling on Facebook and Instagram or binge watching Netflix or just being not very disciplined with their time. And I am so guilty of that. But we have to minimize distractions and we have to focus if we want to accomplish something bigger in our lives. If you want a different outcome, you have to do something different, right? So if I want a different life than I've had and a bigger life, it's okay to be happy with where you're at and content with where you're at while still working for something more. And so if we want something more, you have to be willing to change what you're doing. I think it's Dave Ramsey that says all the time, you have to do something different now so that you can live differently later, right? You have to be different so that you can be different. You know what I mean? So let's minimize your distractions and be more disciplined with our time. Okay. Tip number 10, communicate. Communication is so important in so many different ways. Big one is communicating with your leader. So if I'm your director, communicating with me, let me know your goals. Let me know when you're struggling. The biggest thing you could do to grow in your business is to always reach up. Reach up. Don't reach down. Don't reach down to your teammates or reach to people that don't understand you and complain about it. But if you're struggling, reach up because guess what? Your leader, I'm sure she struggled with that too. And she can help you navigate, right? So communicate with her really well, daily communicate with her. Communicate with your customers. Let them hear from you. I know it seems like sometimes you're like bombarding them if you're like messaging them every month, just checking in on them and their skincare, but that is not bombarding them. Y'all, it is just checking in with them and it is great customer service and it keeps you in front of them. Okay, Mary Kate always said when you sold somebody, especially a skincare set, follow up with them in 2 days to check and make sure they're loving it, 2 weeks to make sure they still love it, and 2 months to see if they need a restock. Okay, 2 days, 2 weeks, and 2 months after. Okay, so you want to connect with them and have great communication with them. Okay, tip number 11 is to be a woman of integrity. Mary Kay Ash built this business on integrity. We've built this business on the golden rule. And you want to be the type of woman that you want your daughter to be, that you want your customers to be, be a woman of your word. And I hopefully you guys are already women of integrity, right? But if you say you're going to do something, follow through. Consistency and follow through are beautiful traits that make a very classy woman. And tip number 12 is engulf yourself in the Mary Kay culture. Mary Kay Ash was an amazing woman who built this company for us. And her values and work ethic and her heart are unlike any other. So read her biography and get to know this woman who is in our hearts. We are the best for a reason, and that reason is Mary Kay Ash. And it's because Mary Kay Ash took God as her business partner. I totally believe that. So if you have not read her biography, it comes in your starter kit. If you didn't get one for some reason, let me know. You can order them, by the way, on section 2. I know directors can. I think you can too. You can order them on section 2. If you can't, let me know. I can get you biographies. They're like $3 or something. But engulf yourself in it, read it, and then reread it. I like to read it once a year. It's just so beautiful and so good, full of wisdom. Even people not in Mary Kay love Mary Kay's biography because it's so full of wisdom. She was a remarkable woman. So that's one reason to engulf yourself in the culture is read her autobiography. Another way, stay really connected with me. We already talked about communication, but stay connected with me and with us on Voxer and on Facebook, in my Facebook group and in our national area Facebook group. That way you're constantly getting little trickles down from our culture. I like to follow women in Mary Kay that I love the way they present Mary Kay in our culture, so that when I am wasting my time on social media, I'm at least like in the Mary Kay culture, right? I'm not surrounded by negative things. I'm being inspired by the Mary Kay culture. I promise you, when you fall in love with Mary Kay Ash, it's going to help your business grow even more. So those are the tips that Lindsay shared with me that I wanted to pass on to you. Work harder on yourself more than anything else. Actually work. Be yourself. Know your role inside and out. Jump head first in. Don't wait for the timing to be perfect. Believe in yourself, even if no one else does. Present yourself well. You're the face of your business. Know your goal. Don't allow distractions to creep in. Communicate well with your leaders and your team. Be a woman of integrity and engulf yourself in the Mary Kay culture. I hope you guys have a great day, and I wish you all the success in your Mary Kay business. I know you can do this. Mary Kay Ash said, if you believe you can, you can. And if you believe you can't, you're right.